at quadratic formula method. How we're going to use quadratic formula to solve quadratic equation. We are still under the same topic, quadratic equation, but under quadratic equation, and we have learned about different formulas that we can use to solve quadratic equation. But now we are going to be using quadratic formula to solve quadratic equation. So now I will quickly write down the formula. The formula says x equals to minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac, everything over 2a. Now, whenever you want to use quadratic formula, you must use this formula. That is the only thing that you're going to use, because what they call quadratic formula is this formula. So, and one thing that you have to do is write out your equation minus x minus 12 equal to 0. And you now write the general quadratic equation with it as ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So now let us compare the two. What is the value of a here? So a here is equals to 1 because the coefficient of x squared is 1. What is the value of b? Here is minus 1. Don't forget, because a lot of students used to make the mistake. They just say it's 1. Whereas it's minus 1 because I told you now, this number holds this sign. This number holds this sign. And the sign in front of this one, which is positive and is invisible, that's the sign in front of it. So be careful whenever you be writing out all the coefficients. And then c is equals to minus 12. So now let us put those values here inside our quadratic formula. We have equal to minus b minus 1. A lot of students also used to make this mistake because this one is minus b. And b itself is minus 1. So minus of this one, and b is this. So don't throw away this particular thing. Plus or minus b squared, that is minus 1 squared minus 4ac, 4 times 1 times minus 12. Everything over 2 times 1. So now let us go up there and see what we have. We have x equal to minus times minus and turns to plus. We have 1 here, plus or minus. We take our square root. So minus 1 squared is 1. That's 1. Now we have minus 4 here. Minus 4 times 1 is minus 4. Minus 4 multiplied by minus 12. So minus times minus will turn to plus. So you have to be careful when you are multiplying that. So that when sign change, or when sign is changing to another one, you will know. 4 times 12, that is 48. Everything over 2, because 2 times 1 is 2. So now what do we do now? We have x equals to 1 plus or minus square root of 49 over 2. I mean, everything is over 2. So what's square? So after this place, now we have x plus or minus square root of 49. So what we have now is 1 plus or minus 7, because square root of 49 is 7 over 2. So what we have now, x is equals to, we say 1 plus 7 over 2, or 1 minus 7 over 2. And then x is equals to 1 plus 7 is 8 over 2, which is equals to 4. Or 1 minus 7, that's minus 6 over 2, which is equals to minus 3. So you can see now that even when we use quadratic formula to solve this same question that we have used factorization method and completed square method to solve, we still arrive at the same answer. So this is the solution to this particular question. So irrespective of whatever formula you are using, you are still going to get the same answer. Even if you use graph method, you're going to get the same answer. Let us take another example so that we can have a better understanding on how to use quadratic formula method. Thank you. Alright, you are welcome back to our tutorial, that is quadratic equation. Now the topic we are using is quadratic formula method, and then we have another question on the board that we're going to be using quadratic formula method to solve. Now the question says 2x squared minus 7x minus 4 equal to 0. Don't forget that I made mention of this particular thing before, that our quadratic formula is minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, everything over 2a. So the first thing is you have to compare any equation that is given with the general equation of quadratic. That is, if you have to use quadratic method, which is what? Ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So that means our a in this equation is equal to 2, our b equals to minus 7, don't forget, and our c equals to minus 4. So now, after we have gotten all these variables, let us go back to our equation and put them. X equal to, what's minus b? We have minus bracket 7. Minus is here already, and b also is having minus. So you have to put it this way. Don't throw one minus away. Plus or minus, minus 7, everything squared, minus 4 times. Our a is 2, and our c is minus 4. Everything over 2 times a, that is 2. So now, what do we have here? Let us come up here so that we can see well. And then minus times minus, that's plus. That's 7 plus or minus. Let us take this one. That's minus 7 squared, that's 49. 49. And then minus 4 times 2, that is minus 8. Minus 8 times minus 4. That should be plus 32. You have to be careful of the sign. So when you see minus and minus here, that means this one turn to positive, and you multiply everything at a go. And then you say everything over 4. So what do we have now? We have x equals to 7 plus or minus. What do we have here? I think this should be 81, everything over 4. And then we have 7 plus or minus 81. Square root of 81 is 9 over 4. So what we have now, we have x. X is going to have like 2 values now. So we say 7 plus 9 over 4, or 7 minus 9 over 4. So why we are taking 2 values like this, why we are splitting is because we have plus or minus. So we first take plus 7 plus 9, or 7 minus 9. So because that's why we have plus or minus there. So and then 7 plus 9 here is 16. 16 divided by 4 is equals to 4, or 7 minus 9, that is minus 2. Minus 2 over 4, and minus 2 over 4 is equals to minus 1 over 2, because 2 here 1, 2 here 2, that is minus 1 over 2. So our answer to this particular question will be 4 or minus 1 over 2, that's minus half. So those are the solutions. The 2 values are the solutions to this particular quadratic equation.